Welcome to the Cromford Report Chart of the Month. This month our chart is the sales per month for the Greater Phoenix Metropolitan Area as measured through the Arizona Regional MLS. Just bear in mind that these numbers, while they're a good trend to go by on general market activity, there are still going to be some transactions that occur outside of the MLS, and therefore these numbers could be higher. For those of you who are subscribers to the Cromford Report, this chart is located under Tableau Charts, Sales, Monthly, Long-Term. As our chart is loading, I'm going to scroll down so I can see it in the full screen. Along the right-hand side here, you'll see that we can customize this to show whatever it is that we're looking to show. The color codes are this. The dark blue are your normal sales. The light blue are your short sales. Reds are REOs, otherwise known as foreclosures. And the gray is your HUD sales. So along the side here, we're going to do a little bit of customizing by taking out condos and mobile homes. We're also going to change this to show just our distressed market, because that is what a lot of our news media has been talking about. So if I take out our normal, you can see just our distressed market through the MLS. And as you can see here, we peaked in 2009, we had another peak in 2011, and we have been coming down consistently since then. Another thing you'll notice is that we've changed in the percentages of short sales. So while we're seeing foreclosures come down, they're becoming a smaller portion of our overall distressed, as the short sales have become a larger portion of our overall distressed market. If we take out short sales and look at just HUD and REO, we can see the peak again here in 2009, a peak in 2011, and a significant decline as we come into September of this year. And just so you know, this chart is updated every day. While the sales are measured monthly, this particular column has yet to be finished yet, because we are not done with the month of September. We have 5 more days left. If we take out HUD and REO and do just short sales, then we can see that this chart is much different from our REO and HUD chart. We can see a significant improvement over the last 5 years in the number of short sales that have been closed, and that's probably what's affecting the fact that we have had fewer foreclosures as well. So this is a wonderful chart of short sales have become very popular within the investment community, and we can see their success rates are doing quite well. Again, we're going to go back to all of our different segments, but this time I want to go back to 2001. So another thing that you can show from this particular chart is that we have seasons. Our sales usually peak around the middle of the year, and then we decline until the beginning of the year. And January is typically our lowest month every year for closings. And then, of course, people start to look in January, so our closings start to increase, and then they peak right around the middle. And that's what our season has been like overall for the city of Phoenix. So even though we've had quite a bit of distress, many people are surprised to see that we have had significant closings over the last 4 years, and many of them have rivaled the levels of 2004 and 2005. Just the makeup of those transactions has changed. So when you find the chart that you like the best and you want to share it with your clients, come down here to this little export option. It looks like a box with an arrow pointing to the right, and select the PDF. Always select landscape. All of our charts look a little bit better in landscape, and sometimes you'll find that the chart gets cut off. If you ever find that the chart you pull gets cut off, then you can change it here with your scaling. So if we select 90% and then select export and then pull in our chart here, you'll see that we get all of our months. So double check to make sure that your chart doesn't get cut off in the PDF, but if it does, just select the scaling option. Once you get to your PDF, you have the option to save it right here. And for those of you who have different versions of the PDF viewer, you might have it up here. But just click on the save button. You can save it to your desktop, and then you can email it to a client or hook it into your blog or your website. When you're done, just close it out. It shows up as a different window, so just close out the window. If you're using Facebook, then you want to go with an image because Facebook doesn't accept PDF files. So just select image, select download, select open, and then this is your image. Bear in mind that your criteria does not show with the image, so if you've used something specific for a specific city, zip code, price range, or anything else, you're going to want to let your clients know what it is they're looking at. So be sure to remember what your criteria was, write it down, or do what you need to do so that it's clear to the end user. When this is done, again, it shows up in a new window, so you just close it out. And at this point, you can move on to another chart or play around with it some more. But I hope you enjoyed our chart of the month. This is Tina Tambor with the Cromford Report. Thank you for listening.